like to welcome everyone to the May 17th, 2010 organizational meeting for the Town Council. And I'd like to start off by doing the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, before I get to item number 2, which is the oath of office, I just want to make note that Councilor Minutelli is excused this evening, and Councilor Bodeman may not make this meeting. If he does, it'll be late, so just so the record will show. And at this point, we'll be doing the oath of office.
Okay.
Ms. Benvenuti?
So I'd like to call up Mr. Al Zink. And if you will raise your right hand and respond by saying, "I will." Okay? Do you, Al Zink, solemnly swear that you will bear faith and true allegiance to the United States of America and to the state of New Hampshire, and will support the constitutions thereof, so help you God?
I will.
Do you, Al Zink, solemnly and sincerely swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform and discharge all the duties incumbent upon you as a member of the Newmarket Town Council, according to the best of your abilities, agreeably to the rules of this Constitution, the laws of the state of New Hampshire, and the articles of the Newmarket Town Charter? So help you God.
I will.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. LeBranch, if you will please raise your right hand and respond by saying, "I will." Do you, Michael LeBranch, solemnly swear that you will bear faith and true allegiance to the United States of America and the state of New Hampshire, and will support the constitutions thereof, so help you God?
I will.
Do you, Michael LeBranch, solemnly and sincerely swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform and discharge all the duties incumbent upon you as a member of the Newmarket Town Council, according to the best of your abilities, agreeably to the rules and regulations of this Constitution, the laws of the state of New Hampshire, and the articles of the Newmarket Town Charter, so help you God?
I will.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, next item that we have on the agenda is the appointment of a chair. And at this point, I will take nominations. And Councilor Dickens,
I'd like to nominate Eric Bodeman to the position of chair.
is there a second?
I'll second that.
Are there any other nominations? Just as a side note, Mr. Bodeman does know that he was going to be nominated this evening, so it's not because he's not here that we're doing this. So,
Maybe later for the planning and budget.
yeah, maybe later, but so with that, if there's no other discussion, I'll ask Mr. Winowski to call the vote, please.
Council Carr.
Nay.
Council Zink. Aye. Council Dickens.
Aye.
Council Bergeron.
Aye.
Former Council, former Chairman.
Aye. Motion carries 4-1. Mr. Bodeman is now the new chair. And at this point, since we do not have an actual chair, I will ask Mr. Bergeron to carry the honor with the rest of the meeting, or at least the pleasure of the vice chair.
Okay, well, that brings us to the appointment of vice chair. Do I hear nominations for the position of vice chair? Al?
I'd like to nominate Mike LeBranch.
I'll second that. Is there any other appointments? Seeing none, could we call a vote, please?
Council Carr.
Nay.
Council Branch.
Aye.
Counselor Dickens?
Aye.
Vice Chair? No,
Former Vice Chair, thank you. Aye.
So now you gotta take over the meeting again.
Okay. Well, now we need to switch positions again.
Musical chairs.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
A normal person again.
No, I'll just sit right in front of you.
Okay. Did you have the plaque?
Yeah, might as well.
We have one plaque to give out this evening. It states Town of Newmarket, 2007-2010. Award of Appreciation presented to Roseanne Quox for dedication and devotion to the Town of Newmarket in the capacity of Town Councilor. She receives that? Huh? Do you have to?
I think it's only fitting that somebody else presents Chairman, well, former Chairman
Vice Chair.
LaBranche's plaque. And this plaque states, presented to Michael LaBranche, Chairman, Newmarket Town Council, 2009-2010. And thank you very much for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Okay. Item 5 is adoption of the establishment of rules for council procedures. I hope that councilors that are present have had a chance to go through this. I'd like to adopt this evening, however, we do have 2 councilors out, and if the council would like to push this off until Wednesday, I have no problem in doing that.
Are we able to? Because our charter says we have to address it today.
I would prefer that we address it
understand.
only because we did get away from that for a while, and there was one year where I don't think we actually adopted it until probably well into the season, so to speak. So, at this point, if councilors have any questions or any changes they'd like to see made, I guess now would be the time to do it. Councilor Bergeron.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to make a motion that we adopt the Town Newmarket, New Hampshire Resolution 2009-2010-36 relating to the establishment of rules for council proceedings.
Second.
Okay, any discussion, changes, edits that need to be made? I believe the only change that has been made is from last year is the Article 19, which is a councilor stipend. Councilor Bergeron?
May I ask what the reason was of that is to mesh us in with the rest of the fiscal calendar?
correct. If you recall, last year, the council adopted a resolution, and we specifically say that it would be paid within the fiscal year itself that the councilors serve. So they'll be awarded 4 times a year, and that their full amount will be given within the fiscal year.
All set?
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Is the council comfortable with voting on this?
Yes.
Councilor Dickens, you good?
Yeah, I was just, we had talked last year about having a time limit on public forum per individual.
Actually, that is in there.
It just says,
5 minutes.
Yes.
is it on, well, order of business, permission to address it? Under
minutes without the
12.
chair's part.
Outside of public forum, this is separate.
Well, discretion of the chair, too.
Yeah, but that's separate. That does not limit anybody during the public forum from speaking as long as they want.
I don't think we want to go there, personally.
I agree.
Well, I just know that we had, my only point was we've talked about,
Mhm.
and I just want to make sure that people aren't always thinking of, well, we talked about a time limit, and then there isn't, and then having us going, hey, Ed, can you look that up for us and find out where it is? I'd much rather have us just say, we're not gonna, or we're going to.
I think that it would be safe to leave it up to the discretion of the
that's-
chair. And
Depends on the situation.
And
may be
realistically,
situations where-
what I would look for,
Step in.
if we had that situation, I was a chair, I would say, okay, you know, are we just rehashing the same thing over and over again? And if we are, perhaps at that point, it would be, you know, we need to get a conclusion on this. But one of the things last year, Councilor Bergeron mentioned is he wanted to allow the public to speak, and I think that went a long way towards repairing the way that people looked at the council. So I would like to leave it up to the discretion of the chair.
I have no issue. I just want to make sure that it was discussed and known that there is no limitation versus having us wonder if we discussed it. Because I remember we had made comment of it before.
Right.
Well, not to beat a dead horse, but there's no set limitation, but once again, the chairman can limit that depending on how fruitful the discussion is. I mean, if it's a meaningless discussion, they have
That's
the
a
right to
tough
shut
one.
it down.
Doesn't say they do.
And it has happened, has it not?
Well,
The
Mhm.
chairman
Not always in a
is
great
running,
way.
the meeting and would have the right, based.
Probably under Robert's
Don't
rules.
forget Robert's rules, yes.
But as soon as you put a time limit on, then you have somebody who you give them 5 minutes, they want 7 minutes. And then you make an exception for them, and then you've
Yeah,
got
for
to say, well,
everybody.
why did you make
Yeah,
an exception?
so, I think it's best if we just
Yeah.
leave it up to the chairperson's discretion at this point.
So
Okay.
it's covered under Robert's rules.
So, any other changes or edits? So if not, I guess we're ready to vote on this. Everybody good?
Yep.
Mr. Winowski?
Counselor Carr?
Aye.
Counselor Zink? Aye. Counselor Dickens?
Aye.
Counselor Bergeron?
Aye.
Counselor LeBranch?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Had to count there for a second. Okay, so we have those taken care of. And this evening, we do have 2 appointments to make. One is by nomination of the council. These are not done by the chair. The rest of the committees are appointed by the chair. And one is the planning board and one is for budget committee. I do know, I spoke with Chairman Bodeman earlier, and he is interested in the planning board spot. So I just throw that out there, and I'll look for some nominations. Councilor Bergeron.
I'll nominate Eric Boderman for the planning board position.
Second?
Councilor Carr, is that what you?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other nominations? Okay, seeing none, I'll ask for a vote, please.
Counselor Carr?
Aye.
Counselor Zink?
Aye.
Counselor Dickens?
Aye.
Counselor Bergeron?
Aye.
Counselor LeBranch?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. Next up is Budget Committee. Do I have a Councilor Dickens?
I'd like to nominate Al Zink to the position of Budget Committee.
I'll second that.
Any other nominations? Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, I'll ask for a vote.
Counselor Carr?
Aye.
Counselor Zink?
Aye.
Counselor Dickens?
Aye.
Counselor Bergeron?
Aye.
Counselor LeBranch?
Aye. Motion carries 5-0. With that,
Motion
Yeah.
to adjourn.
is there a second?
Aye,
Second.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, councilors.